Hey everyone, welcome back to Creative Codex. Today, we will be making our very own ping pong ball game. So first, we will click on block coding and clear the pop-up screen like always. And then, today, we will go to tutorials. And here at tutorials, we will do pong, and then you'll get this. And then this will teach you how to make the ping pong game. So you can either watch the video and follow along with me, or you can just go like this and it'll tell you how to do it step by step and you don't have to watch the video. So first we will choose a backdrop. So click on it. And we're gonna scroll through all the ones, and I think this one will be the coolest and will make the most sense for a ping pong ball game. And then you have to choose a sprite, and we have to choose the ball because the ball will help us. So you can always type it in ball, and you have the ball here. And we will delete our Toby sprite. And then we have to create this code. So we will say go to events and when flag clicked. So whenever you want to start your code, you should always, always, always start with the event. So if you don't have an event, there's literally no way your code will start working. So that's why there's no connector thing at the top, because this is like the beginning. And then we will say point in direction 45. So that would be in the motion area, point in direction, and we will drag it in, click on it, and we will change it so that the number is 45. And that would be like this. And then we go to control, drag the forever block, and then we go back to motion and say move 10 steps, and we're going to change that 10 to a 15. And we have another block in the motions, and it says if on edge, bounce. This will make the ball bounce. Okay, so we're done with that, and we can all test out our code. So click on the green flag and it'll bounce around. Then we have add a paddle. So we will go to the sprites area again, and then you will type in paddle and you will get this one. And now that we have a paddle here, we will put it at the bottom like this. You can always change the color of your paddle, but because this paddle is green and the background is blue, I can't really see the color of the paddle, so I think I'm going to change it. So I will go to costumes and then click on it, and I will make it, what color? I think I will do maybe a little bit of yellow. So yellow. There we go. And we will click on the side. That would be the outline, so we will make that yellow too. Okay, so now we have a paddle which you can actually see. And I really like how the paddle has a cool green and yellow gradient, so I think I'll keep it that way. So let's go back to coding, and then we have to code the paddle now. And how we're going to do this is there is two ways. So number one, you can use your keyboard to control the paddle, or you can use your mouse pointer like what they are doing with this game. So I will do the mouse pointer version right now, and I'll show you how to do it with the arrows later. So right now we will go to when green flag clicked, and then forever, and set x to mouse x. So we will find that set x to, and we will go to sensing, and we have mouse x. Mouse x refers to the x coordinate of the mouse. So if I move my mouse here, then the paddle will move it along with it. So let's test out how it works. So let's say I move the mouse, the paddle moves with it. If I said Y, then the paddle would be going up every time, up and down. So X refers to left and right, and Y refers to up and down in the coordinates. Okay, so our next step is select the ball sprite, which means we will be coding for the ball. And then we have to add code to bounce the ball off the paddle. So let's say if the ball is touching the paddle, then you want it to bounce off. So let's say events, when green flag clicked, forever, and then we have to get the if then block. And the if then block or the if then else block, these are called conditionals. Conditionals are like, if this happens, then do this. Otherwise, do this. And these are really important to learn because these are the core concepts in block coding, or even if you're going to do the advanced coding like Python or everything else, the conditionals are really important to understand. So we have forever, and then if then, and then we have to say touching paddle question mark. So if the ball is touching the paddle, then it will turn 180 degrees. It'll also move 15, wait, move 15 steps, and it'll also wait 0.5 seconds. And now we will add a score. So if I have the ball, this is basically the game itself. But if you want to make it a little bit more interesting and add a score, and the score will keep track of like how many points you get. So you can click on the green flag. So this is the game. It's basically it. And you can just do this and like get the ball, and yeah, and let's create the score. So we will click on make a variable, and then we have new variable name, and I will name it score, and then we will click on OK. Now we will take the score and put it inside of this conditional we have right here. So we are going to take the change my variable by 1 and we're going to select score. So now every time the paddle touches the ball or the ball touches the paddle, you needed to also change the score. So we are going to put change score by 1 here. And we also need to make sure that when the game starts, the score will always reset to 0. Because if I have 15 points now and I pause the game, like I stop the game, and then I play again, it'll be at 15 already, and I think that the score should be at 0 every time you click on the green flag. So I will drag in this block here and say score. Now we will go to sprite again and we will choose a line. You can type it in and say like line, and we can click on line, and we are going to code the line. So basically what's going to happen is that if the ball touches the line, then the whole game will stop. So you're going to do when green flag clicked, and then we are going to get forever, and then if it's touching the ball, then everything needs to stop. Okay, now you might be questioning, why are we putting it in forever? We are putting it in forever because, as you know, our computer runs really, really, really fast. So it's basically a bunch of images which are then put into like an animation. So if you see my cursor moving, it's basically many pictures put together to make it look like it's gliding. So I am putting a forever so that every time, so like let's say that you are playing the game, right? Then you accidentally touch the line. The computer will keep checking. Is the ball touching the line? 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 Many, many, many times. And then when the ball eventually touches the line, it will stop the game. If I didn't put the forever, this code will happen only for an instant, and then even if it did touch the red line, nothing would happen because the code stops working, because it's already done and it finished the code, and there's no loop which says forever. So, yeah, that's the end of the game. So we will put the red here, so it'll be at the bottom right there, align it perfectly, and then we will take our paddle, put it in the middle right here, and let's test our game. So full screen and green flag and click. Whoa, this ball is really fast. Uh-oh. I scored 3 points, and you can keep playing as many times as you want. So this is a fun, easy game, and as you can see, we had a little bit of glitching here. So this is called an edge case. And an edge case is basically when there's a scenario and you have to test every single scenario which is possible that could happen in the game. Now, the ball already touched the red line, right? And now I want to play again. Let's see what happens. I click on the green flag and watch. Still like that. Why is this happening? As I said, the computer is running really, really, really fast. So even though I started the game, the ball is still touching the red line, so it stops immediately. So what I'm going to do is when the green flag is clicked, you can drag it here. Let's look at the coordinates, and it'll say go to this position. So now every time when you click on the green flag, the ball will always start at this position. So let's say the ball is over here. It'll go back to the beginning, and you can play the game again. So this is one way to play the game. I also did say that I would show you guys another way to make the game using the arrows. The arrows code will be a little bit more complicated, but it is still a good way to practice. Okay, so we have when green flag is clicked, and then we will have forever so that our computer keeps checking if well, like when we touch the arrows. So basically what we want to happen is when you touch the red arrow, you want to make the paddle move in the X area by like 10, and then if you touch on the left arrow, then the paddle move left and by 10 steps. So forever, and we have to go to control, get two if conditionals. So if um key space pressed. So you can click on the drop down and do right, and you can also do the same here and do left. So if you click on the right arrow, then you want the paddle to move right by 10 steps. So we will scroll down and we have a special block which says change x by 10. So we will do change x by 10 here and change x by 10 here. But now there's a catch. When you click on the right arrow, it'll move right. But if you click on the left arrow, it'll also move right. But you don't want that. So instead of 10, we will do negative 10. Now you can control it using your arrows. We can also increase the speed here and do maybe like 20, and this would make the paddle go faster. Let's do negative 20 here. See, now the paddle is way more faster than in the beginning. And this is a really fun, easy game that you can create. And yeah, I will name my project Ping Pong Ball Game. So that was the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click on the like button if you enjoyed this video and would like more games similar to this one. Thank you for watching. Bye.